they're ready to light it up tonight.
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
Over the course of a long season, injuries will happen. Still plenty of time left, and the race is for those who can endure.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Jay. Miles Bridges is out there with Alperen Sengun. Then it's Thomas. And it's Brunson in at the point guard. And for the Celtics, they've got Robinson. He's out there with Frazier. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Porzingis in at power forward. And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. And always trying to find new ways to help his team, MP has zeroed in on winning his personal matchup each game.
Well, this is the thing about MP. He is unafraid to put himself on the line. Saying that you're going to beat the guy in front of you night in and night out is a bold statement, but it gave him something specific to work towards. He's taken his game now to another level, and it's been a benefit. For the team.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Win after win, these guys now have 9 straight.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Now Brown, after Jalen Brunson missing on that last three-pointer. And that one, good.
And Brown can score from anywhere, which is what makes him a big problem for the defense.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jalen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
The first one falls. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And both free throws good for Thomas. DB thinking about Cam Thomas. When he gets on a roll, he is tough to stop.
Kevin, he reminds me a little bit of the microwave Vinnie Johnson back in the days of Detroit. When this guy is hot, get out of his way and let him do his thing.
Well, Jaylen Brown has quality handles now. Relentless. On the attack when he's got the rock in his hands.
Brunson the pass to Caldwell. Nets passing it around. Here's Şengün. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Man, I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Frazier. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game. Brown with the bucket.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Pass to Thomas. Şengün with the screen for Thomas. Misses off the right iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The rebound by the Nets. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now, Coach said they need to take away Jalen Brunson's weapons and make him make plays, especially from outside. Coach said Brunson is a great distributor. He gets all of his teammates involved. We need to take away his weapons and make him shoot the three. We'll see if the defense can do that. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Entertainment, everyone. Come on, make some noise.
The Nets making a switch here. Ramsey's checked in. And a chance here to check out some stats for Kristaps Porzingis.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he...
Nets leading by 9. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Cam Thomas. Smith is out there with Jay, and it's Ramsey in at the point. They set the pick. It's Thomas on the wing. White covering. Thomas gets the bucket.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Holiday finds Allen. And here is Brown. And the layup's good off the glass. Brown's got 9 points.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Down low, here's Smith. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assisted.
Smith's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Brown. Clock at 6. Rebound, Brooklyn. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And 2 teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Back to Brown, beyond the arc. That doesn't go either for Brown.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
And here are the Nets. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against Washington was a man on a mission. He finished with 49 points and was reliable as ever from distance. Performance like that makes you hungry for more. We're looking to follow that up tonight, guys.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Robinson's checked in for Allen. Porzingis comes in for Walker. Frazier, he's checked in for White. And Hayes subbed in for Drew Holiday. Şengün's checked in for the Nets. Jalen Brunson comes in for Thomas. Pass to Caldwell. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, as always, Jalen Brunson making the right play. This guy loves to set up his teammates.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Robinson against Şengün. Robinson kicks to Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the dunk by Smith.
In the zip code, put it anywhere near his hands. Jalen Smith's vertical threat is real.
Here's Hayes. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Frazier. Nice ball movement by Boston. On the wing, Brown. He's guarded by Caldwell, and it's Brown missing.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Here's Şengün. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Şengün's got 6 points. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now Hayes. Brown outside. 6 to shoot. Will it go? Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
Nets leading by 21. Brunson scanning the floor. Smith sets the pick for Brunson. Again, the Nets for 2.
This offense just continues to impress.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
How easy does that pull-up jumper look by Jaylen Brown? So tough.
Şengün inside. Guarded by Robinson. Here's Ramsey. Got a piece of it. They get it back.
Alperen Şengün.
And so it's Brooklyn holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly.
45.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. For the Western Conference, Luka Doncic.
No stranger getting recognized. Doncic stuffs the stat sheet pretty much every night. Controls the pace of the game. Superstar.
Would you say he's a little bit like Magic?
Let's not get crazy, Ernie.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Nets.
I love how they've kept the ball moving. Make the defense play musical chairs out there.
Musical chairs? I think you mean hot potato because they're burning that D.
Oh, Ernie.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
He's out there with Frazier. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Brown in at small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Frazier the pass to Porzingis. Brown with it. Bridges covering. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from Porzingis. A rebound by Caldwell.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And here's Brunson outside. Traps in the tray. Brunson's got 15 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brown dishes to Frazier. From the arc. And it's Brown missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
Frazier outside. Porzingis with a screen on Thomas. Here's Frazier. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they could put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. B.A. thanks. to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
Well, you look at Jay, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Thomas. Brooklyn's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jalen Smith is out there with Jay, and it's Whitehead in at the 2.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Brown, good.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Here's Whitehead. Pass to Caldwell. And the shot goes in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
White, a screen on Smith. Allen kicks to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Offline from the top of the key. Lynette shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Caldwell. And the 3 off target. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Gentlemen, that is... about excellent concentration from Derek White. You play through the foul, now you get the old-fashioned three-point opportunity.
The Celtics making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. Henderson's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets passing it around. Pass to Caldwell. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Caldwell's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. From outside, off the mark. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Hayes the pass to Brown. Oh, good on the triple.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Caldwell. Here's the 3. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Brown wide open. He fires. From 16 feet away, he cans it. 19 points for Jaylen Brown.
Now, Jaylen Brown gets his feet set in the catch and shoot and just drills it.
Here's Caldwell. The rebound by Holiday. Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And good that time. Brown's got 21.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's White. Henderson pulls it in. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And the basket by Caldwell.
Assist from Ramsey.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Hayes the pass to White. Outside, Walker. Pass to Brown. For 3. The rebound by the Nets. Clowney's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jay.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Both free throws good from Caldwell. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Frazier outside. Here's Brown. Off on the layup. And here are the Nets. Here's Ramsey. Pass to Caldwell. Launches it. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Frazier kicks to Porzingis. 4 on the clock. No good, unable to end this run. Pass to Caldwell. Going inside.
Look out.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
That's straight toughness.
A move straight out of the circus. It's showtime.
Yeah, that might be too wild, in fact, Greg, for the circus.
And for his coach, holding his breath, partly because of the spectacle and partly because he doesn't want him to miss.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
You are the straw that stirs the drink. Another day, another win. Good work.
What up, man? a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And we welcome you to the championship game of the NBA Cup. I'm Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. This is a big night in the NBA season.
And guys, it really is. These teams have worked so hard to get here, and they're both looking to get their hands on the trophy. I don't think they'll hold anything back. This is going to be a good one.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Karl Anthony Towns.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
So the next starting five. Thomas is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Alperen Sengun. Then there's Towns, and it's Caldwell, and at the 3, the small forward. And for Houston, Smith is out there with Starks. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Lowry in at the 5 down low. And you compare a game like this to playoff-level intensity? I mean, how close is it?
Not much difference on the floor. I mean, these guys are going at it. I think the main difference is the crowd. Obviously, a bit more balanced in terms of rooting interest than we would see in the postseason.
Brunson with it. Pass to Caldwell. Buries it from three-point range.
Excellent court vision from Brunson as he's able to find the open man.
Now here's Carroll. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. Inside, here's Sengun. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Carroll. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. Here's Smith. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. We've seen a quick start here for the Nets. Just a tremendous run right now for them. 12 straight wins.
Well, it's been impressive, and the question now really is, who is going to figure out a way to stop this crew? Each time out, they're finding new ways to win. That is dangerous for your opponent. Really, a myriad of ways in which they're coming at you.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. 6 to shoot. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Pass to Sengun. Good on the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Welcome to the ball, your Hawk City.
And now a chance to honor a player who has been on fire recently. His play has earned him Player of the Week in the West.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
Now, here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 18 points. And Thompson throws it down.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Caldwell can't hit.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
Pass to Smith. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Bringing back the mid-range. Jabari Smith Jr.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 6-point lead. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Here's Caldwell. He had 28 points in the win against the Knicks in New York. 11 feet away, and it's off the back rim. No good. The Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons. Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
And here's Brunson outside. The offensive rebound. Fires the 3. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Rockets trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Smith. Rebounded by the Nets. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and what a gut wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now Carroll. Pass to Starks. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Şengün with the screen for Brunson. And he gets it to go. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. Welcome back to 2K's coverage of the Cup Championship game. We're so glad you could join us. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Nets.
Substitution on the court.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Caldwell. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Knicks was on a mission. He ended up with 28 points, and he capitalized quite a few times from distance, which was huge. It was incredible watching him dominate like that, showing why he's considered a star in this league. Guys,
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
One interesting note about tonight's game, unlike the rest of the Cup, Greg, this does not count towards the regular season standings.
Yeah, so each of these teams will play an extra game during the season, but hey, you ask these guys, and they don't mind at all.
Here's Brunson. Carroll with the rebound. Houston in the lead. To the paint. Shot from 6. Here's Walsh. No good. Shot missing. Bridges with some nice defense.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Şengün with the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Walsh. To the inside. Rejected by Caldwell. Brunson right side. Again, the Nets for 2.
Brunson just knows how to manufacture points. Right now, being assertive.
Thompson inside. Thomas is there. The shot by Thompson, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Pass to Caldwell from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ramos. They're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
We know the draft's an inexact science, even with all that prep that goes into it. So congrats to the teams that chose these 5 rookies.
Yeah, we've seen scouting make or break a franchise. Hey, it makes or breaks a studio team. And when we look at the first half for the Nets, a close contest so far.
I can say I've been pumped about this tournament, especially the last few weeks. But the semifinals, we're excited, and now, here we are, the champion will be crowned. Ernie, should we have a tournament between me, you, and Kenny?
I'm all for it as long as the category is jumpers. But in all seriousness, guys, one thing I've noticed already in this game is that it doesn't feel like a regular season game. And it isn't technically either, actually. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We got the second half of the Cup Championship on 2K Sports. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
Yeah, he knows his role. He's out there to distribute the ball, get his teammates involved. Nice job.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's foul. We've got Thomas, Alperen Şengün out there with Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Caldwell in at the 3 spot. Rockets trail by 5. Starts outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Starks has got 11.
Mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Thompson finds Carroll. Şengün against Lowry. Thompson for 3. Şengün with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the middle. Here's Caldwell. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 6 assists in the game.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Smith outside. Get to Carroll. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. 5 to shoot. Here's Starks. And it's off from 3-point range.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Pass to Towns. Shoots the 3. It's good from long range. And now a 7-point Nets lead.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Thompson kicks to Smith. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Thompson outside. Pass to Starks. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. To end the run. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Got that one up quick. 19 points for Jay.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Shepard's checked in for the Rockets. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Ramsey's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. The drive by Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Thompson's got 6.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And while this game isn't quite in the bag, Greg, it's heading in that direction.
With the lead they have, if they can close out this third quarter strong, they might be able to put this thing out of reach. So this is going to be a huge stretch coming up.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
Here's Caldwell. And again, it's the Nets missing. Rockets trail by 10. Thompson left side. And it's Thompson with the jam.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Caldwell. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Carroll kicks to Smith. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Lowry. Ramsey with the rebound. Here's Caldwell. He's covered by Thompson. Şengün passes to Brunson. Here's Caldwell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Carroll with the ball for Houston. It's a 10-point game. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at Footprint Center in Phoenix. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Pass to Brunson. The close-range shot is good from Brunson.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Nets leading by 10, and we'll return shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's...
Lowry's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Jay's checked in for Whitehead.
Substitution on the court.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. We've got Starks, and it's Shepard in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Caldwell. And again, it's the Nets missing. Rockets trail by 16. Shepard, the pass to Carroll. Off target from outside. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Thompson comes in for Shepard. Starks. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Caldwell, covered by Starks. Şengün passes to Brunson. Here's Caldwell. Over Starks, and the basket by Caldwell. 25 points for Jay.
And you know, more often than not, when you're open, Towns will find you a willing facilitator.
Smith in the post, defended by Towns. Smith, no good. Nets leading by 20. Brunson the pass to Caldwell. This one for 3. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Lowry a screen on Thomas. Here's Thompson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Thompson nails both of them. 1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Out left to the wing. Pass to Whitehead. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Caldwell. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the basket by Starks.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Ramsey. Here's Caldwell. Sinks the triple. Caldwell's got 31.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Stewart, a screen for Thompson. Takes it inside. Now Shepard. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Shepard's got 5 points now this quarter.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Here's Caldwell. And again, it's Brooklyn converted.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Shepard. Ramsey with the rebound. And the basket by Caldwell. Caldwell's got 35.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Stewart, a screen for Shepard. Pass to Stewart for the three. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. Here's Caldwell. Lets the three fly. No good that time. And they've done it. We have crowned our first champions of the season, the winners of the NBA Cup.
Well, they earned that trophy. Man, the Cup certainly added another layer of excitement to the NBA calendar.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Good win. Let's keep it going.
Shout out to MP, NBA Cup champion. Single elimination games really test a team, and you guys passed with flying colors.